coverage of the NFL brings us to Atlanta, Georgia, where Freddie Falcons soars from the rafters inside the beautiful Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and as we look at this matchup, every time there's something different to focus on. So I'll just ask you, what do you see here in this one?
Well, Rembrandt, you've given me a pretty blank canvas to focus on, haven't you? Yeah. Where do you think I'm going to go with this?
Oh, secondary?
You know me well, right? In a game like this, it's always about the secondary. Can they handle the passing attack and make a few plays?
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time.
They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
Coming off of a tough season last year where he threw a career-high 15 interceptions, now in an Atlanta Falcons uniform, this gives him a chance to start over and reset with an excellent set of receivers.
Run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And a result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Extra receivers help spread the defense out, and they're able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
On second down, another shot for Robinson.
And some room to work.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Robinson with another carry.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the Saints' 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's second down and 5. Robinson up the middle.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Third and 4.
In motion, the tight end.
On third down, Robinson.
Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Oh, there's a nice move by Robinson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's first and 10. They'll pitch it to Robinson.
After the broken tackle, couldn't get free from much space, taken down right at the 10.
62 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Inside the red zone, and that means don't come away from there with anything less than 3 points, but everyone's thinking about 6. They're trying to get to the end zone. They decide to run a toss. Big people up front being mobile and moving. They're running back trying to follow behind them to find yardage, and that's exactly what he did.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Fourth down.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. That is caught. And the Falcons are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A gain of 6. That's another Falcons first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they go to work on a first and goal. Robinson trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Robinson again. And he will find his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson punching it in from a yard away. And the Falcons post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Nick Folk for the point after. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was Bijan Robinson who took it home with a touchdown run. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Saints set to go back to work. And you see their offensive coordinator, Doug Nussmeier. These guys trail here in this first half. And now they'll focus on trying to get some points on this upcoming drive. Looking to put a drive together. The drive starts with a run from H.M. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, Shuck. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
In motion goes the tight end. They'll throw. Here's Shuck. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
On fourth down, the Saints turn to Ryan Wright to punt. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be Falcon football. They're going to motion Dotson to the left.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And caught by London. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on fourth down. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Here's Achane to start the drive. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Right back to Achane on second down.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua. This pass is caught by London. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Drake London, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. On for the extra point is Folk. And it's good to make it 14-0. They got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. out there now to kick this one off. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. On 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. 2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. Throwing, Shuck. The throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Shuck. There's a short one caught by Johnson. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, on is the punter Ryan Wright. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Bijan Robinson and the Falcons back onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Tua sets up to pass it. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right of the yard.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do, because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him. The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that will be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On is Jake Bailey to send this one away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. To throw is Shuck. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
2nd and 10. To throw now, Sharp. Here's Johnson with a reception. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
First down, Saints.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Sharp. They set up the screen. H.A. has it. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
39-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 3. To the air again, a shot. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. He'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Number 3.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
For the Saints field goal, a 58-yard attempt.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen and our great crew here in the Orlando studios set for an abridged version of the halftime report. This game, to this point, a little slow to begin with, but in the second quarter, the offenses started finding their way. We hope we're set for a great second half, so let's get back out to the stadium and rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our scores. We are back underway on EA Sports. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. Two-score game start of the third quarter. But you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes the sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. A run straight ahead with Achane. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
More than any desire to getting back into this football game in the second half. They're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
And here's Ryan Wright now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. As the home team's offense makes their way back out, we show you the defensive coordinator for the visiting team. His guys trail here in the second half, and things haven't gone quite their way, so that makes this upcoming possession an important one to not let this deficit get any worse. Looking to put a drive together. Tua going to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Wreaking havoc was Nathan Shepard, the D tackle. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the 3rd quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. Sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game. And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. Now Brown. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Saints offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. Looking to put a drive together. Play fake. Shuck. He'll dump this off to Achane. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Play action now, Shuck. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Shuck. Open man is Tyson. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Plug in a tape from college and you'll see Tyson's ability to be explosive and create excellent plays downfield. That's going to be so helpful for the young quarterback Tyler Shuck to grow as a pro with a receiver like Tyson.
Throwing again here, Shuck. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Atlanta, Georgia's the spot, and glad to have you along for the ride. Third quarter action, 2nd and 10. Shuck now to throw. Olave holds it in. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw again. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 36. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs.
They have to be a little bit frustrated because this defense is doing almost enough, but not quite enough to get off the field. They force back-to-back third down situations to start the drive, but can't come up with the key play defensively to finish things off.
And the catch made by Johnson. A gain of 5. And it'll be 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. An 8-yard pickup. And the Saints first down.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. They'll throw. Here's Shuck. This one taken in by Olave. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling has been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's 2nd and 8. That's Olave bringing in another one. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
3rd and inches.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Azeez Ojulari collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. This will be caught just inside the 10. So the completion good for 6 yards. 3rd and 7 now.
And it's 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing, Shuck. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. And his kick is indeed good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And here now come the Falcons. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They begin the drive with Robinson. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
And 11 at the 31-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run again here with Robinson. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
And 11.
This offense so far on 3rd down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now Tua. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So here is Shuck and the Saints down 14-6, 2:21 the time left. They've got 1 timeout at their disposal and the 2-minute warning as they go to work here on 1st down. Here's Shuck. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
At the 24-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Connecting with Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
That gives them the 1st down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
1st down, Saints.
Just the 1 timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. And his throw here's incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw.
They'll set up the screen down to Kamara.
Short game last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those.
And it's 3rd down.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down.
Back to throw. That is caught. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 43. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Here's 1st down.
He's back to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
That's caught by Johnson. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
Back to throw.
Catch made by Tyson.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. It may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
He'll look to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go.
Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this 2-point conversion.
The Saints will line up.
They'll try and throw for it. And they don't get it. It's incomplete. They got the touchdown, could not, however, get the 2-point conversion to cap it, and they're still down by a pair. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta.